Three, testing 1, 2, 3. Good evening, everyone. I'm Jeff Higgins. Okay, well, it's been a very hectic day weather-wise right across eastern Australia. Down here in Victoria, we've seen reported tornadoes and tornado warnings for the greater Melbourne area. They have occurred and there has been photos. The reason for this is there's a big rotating upper level low and surface low over Victoria. This creates the winds, turning winds, and when you get thunderstorms, tornadoes are more likely. Okay, this low extends a trough up through central parts of New South Wales, inland parts of Queensland, and up into the northwest parts of Queensland, basically from Mount Isa all the way down to Goondiwindi. This low is going to move towards the east over the next 24 hours, clearing the thunderstorms from Victoria and most parts of New South Wales, okay? We are expecting some rain down here over southeast parts of Victoria and New South Wales on the back of the low. You can see it rotating. Let's quickly move on because I need to get to the Queensland forecast. This is the significant forecast for severe thunderstorms upcoming. Let's take one look quickly at the 7:30 p.m. live radar. You can see there's a very large cluster of thunderstorms occurring through southeast Queensland at the moment. While they have been slowly edging towards the coast, there is a secondary line back over the eastern Darling Downs which is pushing through towards the coast much harder. So it'll pick up any of this stuff in front of it and jam it through to the coast. So look out Brisbane and Ipswich and north side of Brisbane, possibly the Sunshine Coast later on, as this line develops towards the northwest and also moves to the east. Let's move on and have a look at today. I'm just going to brief, where am I? Tomorrow. No, we've got tomorrow. These are instability charts from BSCH. Now, this is live stuff, so I'm loading these maps live. You can see the instability in blue here really backs off and is confined just to southeastern parts of New South Wales there tomorrow. The central coast should be clear, however, we may see some early thunderstorms trigger along the central coast through Sydney and Newcastle and that. But up here into northeast New South Wales and eastern Queensland tomorrow being Friday, the activity really increases. Okay, high instability, severe thunderstorms likely. Let's move on to 4 p.m. Friday and have a look at this instability focused on Queensland. And you can see the purple shaded areas are extreme instability over northeast New South Wales. The dark blue shaded areas is high instability running all the way down the East Queensland coast from Cairns, Townsville, Mackay, Rockhampton. Yes, you guys should get a storm or rain in the area tomorrow. Bundaberg, Gympie, down into southeast Queensland, they are under an extreme risk for severe thunderstorms in our forecasts. If we move on to Saturday, the instability continues over northeast New South Wales. The trough becomes very slow moving and it doesn't push off the coast. So again, all the way from Cairns, Townsville, Mackay, Rocky, down into Brisbane and southeast Queensland, you can see here the instability levels are very high. So severe thunderstorms are likely. We also have another southeast change coming up the coast. Now, this was similar to what happened at Fernvale last week, and we saw a nasty supercell do significant amounts of damage through Fernvale and up into Peachester regions. We do have another scenario and a setup like that, and I'll move on to that shortly. Let's cover the entire weekend and have a look at Sunday. And again, we have instability levels through southeast Queensland, and they do increase up here through central Queensland and northern Queensland. In southeast Queensland parts, we do have a southeast change in effect. However, there's still instability over the area, enough to trigger scattered showers, storms, and possible rain areas on Sunday over southeast Queensland and inland parts of northeast New South Wales there. Let me now move on to the winds and let's have a look at the surface trough. Surface troughs drive a lot of these thunderstorms. This is at 4 p.m. today. You can see there's a surface trough inland here over the Warrego and Maranoa that extends all the way up to northwest Queensland. That triggered showers and thunderstorms through this region that starts to push through to the coast. There was also a secondary trough along the border here down in around Warwick. You can see the lines where they come together, and then back up through Toowoomba. So these fired early. They're still there. They're coming. And this one here fired and pushed through across the Darling Downs. That's why we look for surface troughs. Now, what about Friday? What about tomorrow? What's it doing tomorrow? All the way from about Emerald, Roma, across the Darling Downs, down in northeast New South Wales. You can see the winds coming from the west. Warm, moist air coming in from the north and the northeast. Perfect setup, perfect scenario for severe thunderstorms tomorrow. If we move on to, why haven't I got that loaded? Let's just load it. Saturday. Here is the kicker. This is the stuff that we really, really watch out for closely. The surface trough runs down through eastern parts of Queensland into southeast Queensland, northeast New South Wales. There is a southerly to southeasterly change coming up. Generates a triple point. Have a look where that is. Just west of Brisbane. But again, timing and exact locations of these triple points causing severe thunderstorms and possible supercells are very, very difficult to tell. We can give a blanket forecast from the New South Wales border, Gold Coast, Tweed Coast, inland to the ranges here, and up to about the Sunshine Coast. So generally the southeast coast we would put under an extreme risk for severe thunderstorms and possible supercells on Saturday due to this triple point wind convergence. Wind coming in from every single direction in high instability goes boom. On Sunday, what happens on Sunday? The southeasters kick in. They really remain here. The southeast change reaches about Bundaberg district on Sunday afternoon, and it extends a boundary layer inland, what we call a boundary. So the southeast winds push inland, you've got dry southwesters behind it. So anywhere east of this boundary, so it runs just west of Emerald, through Taroom, down in through the Darling Downs to Gundawindi, out through Armidale and through Coffs. Anywhere to the east of this, and along that in particular, again, thunderstorms are likely, some severe. Anywhere north of the area, there goes another bomb warning on my phone. Yes, I'm trying to be quick because we've got a lot of stuff going down in SEQ at the moment. Anywhere from Bundy to Mundubra, north, right up through the East Queensland coast, again, widespread thunderstorms on Sunday. Right, now guys, if you want to head over to the Higgins Storm Chasing website over here, and we have the Higgins Storm Chasing Premium membership. It's $25 a year. We cover all of Australia every day for forecasting significant weather, and we generate our own handwritten text forecasts and our own thunderstorm maps. I'm going to show you a sample of our own thunderstorm maps and their detail. We'll load the page and scroll down, and there it is there. Okay, you also get priority support through email, text, phone, and we also do past weather events. Every single Monday, we look back at all the significant and severe weather across Australia, and we do a full recap and a report with amazing photos and write-ups. So far, we've had one refund out of 1,500 members in a very short time of operation. So that goes to show there are a lot of happy HSC Premium members out there. Right, guys, stay safe. The next 3 days through eastern Queensland is hotting up, and northeast New South Wales, with severe storms likely anywhere from right up the top in the tropics down the coast into SEQ and northeast New South Wales. So stay tuned for our forecasts, warnings and live updates. Cheers, guys, and stay safe.